Hello beautiful souls and welcome back to my channel Soul Journey. My name is Becca Himza and today I thought I would take you through a little spirit room altar haul that I did with my mom yesterday, 2 days ago, yes. And I wanted to take you through because I know a lot of you really have enjoyed my setting up a sacred space altar video. If you want to check that out, the links to that are in the description down below. And so because you all really liked it and said it really helped to inspire you to know like what to do and to, just give you inspiration for your own personal sacred space, because everyone's sacred space should be unique to them. But when you're first starting out, it can be really nice to get a general idea that you can like jump off from. So I did a little haul. It wasn't like on purpose or anything, but I got a bunch of things, so I thought I would share them with you. I got them from a bunch of different stores in a town called Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I live like 2 hours from there, so my mom and I like to go there every so often, and we had delicious vegan noms and hung out. I was working on a couple Soul Journey intuitive boxes. That's actually why we went down there. If you've checked out my store, you'll know that I make intuitive boxes. So when someone orders one, they pick whichever size they want, and then they can either tell me what's going on for them, or I will intuit what I feel they need for their personal journey at this time, kind of like when I do my readings. And then I create a box with all kinds of spiritual tools for them. So that's really, really a lot of fun to do, and I've had a lot of orders recently, so that's been lovely. So I went down there to go to the really fun crystal shops and pick up some stuff. So along my way, of course, I was gonna find delicious goody noms for my spirit room and my spirit journey. So that is what this video is today. If you like this video, definitely hit the like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Let's get into it. All right, so the first shop we went into, there's actually two of these shops in Portsmouth. They're owned by the same person, but they needed to expand, so they just opened up another one. And I love this shop. I believe it's called Seashells, I think. I mean, if you look up crystal shops in Portsmouth, you'll find it. But I got a couple little items. The first one I was really excited about because one of my current intense working crystals is called Garnierite. I've never seen it anywhere else other than in this shop. When you look it up, it's absolutely amazing. And it literally called to me for a year before I got a piece of it, because they were a little more on the expensive side, not like crazy. They were like, $28 or whatever, but I was just like, no. But every time I went in, I was just so drawn to them. So probably about 6-7 months ago, I finally got myself a piece. Let me grab it here. It looks like this. It's amazing. It's heart chakra. Let's see. Is this too bright? Is this too bright? Let's do that. It's heart chakra. It's all about your soul journey and moving forward and creating what you want. I don't have it all memorized, but it's amazing. I definitely, check it out if it resonates with you. It looks literally like the ocean. It's amazing. So I got this piece, but they only had bigger pieces, and I really wanted to wear Garnierite because, I don't mind taking that with me in my pocket, but it is a little big, and God forbid I lose it. So I went in there, I was like, I really wish they had small pieces, because for the last 2 years that I've seen them, they've only had the big ones. So I went in and I was like, manifesting some small pieces, and what do you know? This time they had a smaller piece. They actually had several, but isn't that just stunning? There were two I could not decide between, so I had my mom, like, with my eyes closed, like, be like, Mom, give each one to me and I'll feel it out. And this is the one that came home. This was $10, and I'm so excited to wear it. Oh my God. So that's, oh my God, isn't that gorgeous? I hope you can see it properly. Oh my God, isn't that just stunning? Then the second crystal that really spoke to me was this little piece of aquamarine. I feel like there's so much light. It's having a hard time seeing it. It's actually quite shiny. It's hard to tell, but this is so beautiful. I don't have a lot of aquamarine, and this one just really spoke to me, and I loved it. So after that shop, we went over to the other shop, the other seashells shop. And for the last couple of years, the goddess Tara, specifically green Tara, has come into my awareness. And when I work with deity, oftentimes they've kind of had to hit me over the head before I notice it. And I've been aware, like when gods or goddesses start coming up for me, I take notice, but I don't jump into it, you know? It's unlike my real relationships in real life, and by real I mean 3D, I slowly commit to a god or goddess. But at the beginning of the year, she came up for me in a reading. She pops up all over for me. She's just in my awareness. And I finally said, you know what? It's time. And so I decided to get a little Tara statue for my altar. If you guys want me to do an updated video on my deities that I connect with, I have a lot of spirits I work with, but I do have a small group of what we would consider deities in the sense of like in mainstream ones you've heard of before. If you guys want me to do a video on that, I definitely can, but Tara's coming through for me, so I'm really open to seeing what she has to offer. I know she's about compassion and nurturing and mothering. It's Kuan Yin couldn't do it on her own. So Tara is coming in. So I thought I would honor her on my altar. Ironically, I have no Isis goddess statues. I've like, for some reason, it's just never been something that I found one I liked. I do have her, I guess I would say the Oracle deck is basically like my honoring of her. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, comment down below and I will do a little video on each of my deities. All right, so next we went to a place called Deadwicks, which is basically like the coolest witchy shop like that I've ever been to. I'm sure there's ones that are just like just as epic, but sorry about that. My phone keeps doing that. I need to download a lot of my data things. Does anyone know how to do that? Really? Is that something about offloading an app? Offloading? Something like that? Anyway, let's see if we can get this done. On to Deadwicks. So I don't usually buy things in Deadwicks, not because it's not a good vibe. Honestly, the people in there are super lovely. The place is, it's really interesting because it's very witchy and it's like dark and it's got this like creep factor, but everyone in there is like super light worker. It's really cool how they like, people are like, oh yeah, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm like, you guys are awesome. But it is a legitimate witchy store, so you can buy your herbs there. You can buy all kinds of talismans and all kinds of cool stuff, but I don't usually find stuff that I specifically want to buy in there. I'm not really sure. Have I ever bought anything from there? I must have. Anyway, I just love being in there. Oh God, I'd love to work there. But this time there were several things that I just was like, oh my God. They definitely moved around the shop a whole bunch and did make it a bit brighter. And so I can't take any footage of it because they say the cameras bother the spirits. But it felt lighter, it felt different, they'd moved a bunch of stuff around, and so I don't know if it just had a different vibe to me or whatever, but I have never, this item I'm about to show you, I've never had this kind of experience with a crystal before, and it's a very specific type of crystal, and it, I can feel it right now, it's really powerful. So it's this crystal ball. Now, I do have one other clear quartz crystal ball. It's a little smaller than this, I believe. But this is the first crystal ball that when I held it, I thought crystal ball. Not just crystal sphere, but like crystal ball. Like, I feel energy coming off of this. Like, I want to do readings while I'm holding it. Like, it's powerful. And this was only $15. But the lady said in there, and yes, you can see it, it looks like it's a phantom quartz. You can kind of see, hello, all those intuitions and everything, and it just sang to me, and I was like, I can't not take this home. And so I'm really excited to work with it, but it's just absolutely amazingly beautiful. So I'm really excited to work with that, and I really feel like it really was more of the intuition of this is like, what's the word I'm looking, like a divination tool. Like, it really felt very strong, and I'm excited to work with it. And I have a couple clear quartz points that are very powerful to me and very meaningful to me, but this is the first like sphere, so I'm very excited. The second thing I got, pretty simple, but I just, I'm working on an abundance altar. my guides are really bringing in abundance for me, and I want to set up a space where I can really connect with that energy. And so I did pick up a green taper. Green is typically seen as abundance, money, that kind of thing. So I did get this. I will carve in it my intention, and this will go on my altar. So I'm very excited about that. All right, next up, I went to Hobby Lobby, and I have mixed feelings about Hobby Lobby for reasons, but there's something that just makes me giddy about the fact that it's kind of a Christian-based place, and I'm going in there to get altar stuff as a witch. I'm kind of like, yeah. So there's a part of me that kind of loves it. But I really wish there was a craft store with the same like level of stuff in it that didn't have the issues a lot of people have with Hobby Lobby. And so I've really got to decide how I feel about it. There is a part of me that's not comfortable with it, and then there's another part of me, like I said, that kind of just finds it amusing that I'm going to this Christian-owned shop as a witch and being like, undercover. Not that that really matters, it amuses me. I'm a Scorpio moon, I like that kind of thing. But anyway, they have amazing sales all the time. And I have one meditation pillow, which I love, but I want to get a few more so when I have friends over or just like to spice up the room, give it more of that hippie feel. I've been wanting more cushions, but they tend to be fairly expensive. And so I found this pillow. I don't think it's supposed to be like a meditation cushion, which, okay, I will give Hobby Lobby this. They do have stuff in there that's not Christian for sure. They definitely have a lot of Hindu stuff and all that. So like, I'll cut them a little slack. But anyway, I found this, and these were 50% off. So they were originally $30, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, but I got it for $15, and I got this awesome pillow, and this is one of my favorite colors. And I loved it. It's so soft. It feels almost like a velvet, and I'm really excited. I think I'm going to put this in front of my altar. It just gives me life. So I'm really excited about that. There's something about sitting in front of your altar and just like having a moment and having a comfy space to sit, because if you really want to do work, it's really nice to just have a space to like get present. And I love me a good meditation pillow. So that's really exciting. I may see if I can go back and get a couple more, but we'll see. Okay, moving on. So while I was at the lobby of hobbies, I got a couple more things. I wanted to get a candle holder for my candle taper for my abundance altar, because God forbid it falls over. I wanted something that was like stable and something that looked really nice. I didn't want it to look cheap. And like I said, Hobby Lobby, literally everything's always on sale, always. So this was originally $8, but I got it for $4. And it's this candle taper holder, but this is like iron. Like, this is really nice. And I thought this would look really gorgeous. It's definitely my style. And I thought this would just look really lovely. And then it also has the drip. They said this candle comes from a company that's usually dripless and scentless, but their other candles are, but she wasn't sure if the other type of candles were as well, even though they're from the same company. So I wanted to get something that made it safe for my table. So I got that, which was really awesome. I'll tell you, if you want to create a sacred space and you don't have a lot of money and you're feeling like not sure, there are places. You go to Home Goods, you go to TJ Maxx. Every time I've gone in there, I've at least found one crystal in there. You know, some amethyst, rose quartz. They often have selenite, and I'm kind of always wondering like why they're in there, because there's only like a couple pieces, and I'm like, they always have salt lamps. You can get salt lamps at Walmart, for God's sakes. So if you're starting on your journey and you don't feel like you have the money to set up a spirit room, you know, by the way, this spirit room is a long time coming. I've been on my journey for like 7-8 years, and I have just been blessed enough to have a space to make a spirit room, thank God, because my cats would destroy everything. But I have collected this stuff over the years, you know, and at the beginning I had a couple decks, I had a few crystals, and I'm a Taurus, so I love collecting, so it was gonna happen. But like, it's taken me a while. So if you're just starting on your journey and you want to work with some tools, don't forget tools are just to enhance your own personal power. Don't forget that. But if you really want to work with tools and that excites you, you can go to some places and for very inexpensive, you can get the tools you need, at least to start off. And then, of course, as you open up your flow, open up your receiving, more things will come to you, and it's amazing the amount of things that you can get for your altar, for your spirit room. And again, if you like something a little more simplistic, you don't need a whole bunch of things. You don't need anything, actually, to be real. You don't need anything. But it is fun and it's enjoyable, and it's nice to set up a space that you can get present with and tap into that energy. It is really, really nice. But like I said, you can pretty much go to like any craft store, any home goods store, that type of, you know, TJ Maxx, and you can find some really cool things. You know, you get a cool little tablecloth, and you get a couple candles, and you get a couple crystals and a deck, and if you want, and that can be your altar, and that can be perfect. Even if you have just like a little sprig of flowers and a crystal, that can be your altar. That's all you really need. And again, you don't really need anything, but the point is even on a very low budget, even if you only have a few dollars, you can really create a really beautiful sacred space. And that's what it is, a sacred space. It's for you. You can put anything that's dear to you. I always have a inner child space on my altar now, and I, you know, put little toys that resonate with my inner child, little pictures, little things that resonate with me. So you can even have an inner child altar that has like an old stuffed animal, and or maybe an old blanket or whatever that is. It's up to yours to create, and the more authentic it is and the more personal it is to you, the more special it is. Anyway, after that tangent, I got two last things. Now, a little peeved by how much plastic are on these, but I understand you can't really have them without it. But for those of you who don't know, part of my journey right now is experiencing anxiety, and I've been really working on it. I try to utilize herbs and utilize breathing techniques and visualization and lots of different items to really assist me with my anxiety journey. Mine, I don't really like claiming it. But right now, you know, a lot is happening on the planet. I'm a very sensitive being. We are all one consciousness. A lot is going on. And as a sensitive, empathic, psychic, intuitive, my body gets hit with a lot of stuff. And sometimes I'm not wearing the right crystal. Sometimes I haven't cleansed my energy the way that I probably should. And I have really intense anxiety attacks. And it's also from some stuff from my past. So it's kind of more like the perfect storm. And so I'm always on the lookout for things that I feel might assist me in my self-love practice, in calming my nerves and just getting present. And one of the things that I wanted to try out are squishies. And I'm going to show you, and I haven't actually found any recently that I could get. And when I was at Hobby Lobby, they had a whole rack of them, and I was like, oh! And they weren't expensive. They were both, I believe, $6. And I was like, this is so cool. So I got two of them. I haven't opened them yet, so I'm going to open them here. And I'm curious to see how they work. Even in the packages, like, I'm like, these are great. So I also do stuff with slime. I'm a real social media YouTuber. There's no getting around it. So the first one I got, Slow Rising. Do they both say Slow Rising? Oh, they do. Is this little unicorn cake, and I'll take it out of the package. But I just so cute. So I'll open this one. I hear it's good to keep the bags. Well, I guess that's for the smell, and I don't think these have smell. In fact, I wasn't. Ooh, that is real chemically. Ooh, damn. Maybe I'll need the box. Oh my god, it feels like a marshmallow. Oh god, that smell is real bad. Oh my god, it smells like just deep chemicals. Deep. But how stinking cute is that? And it's when you squish it too, it's like, well, what can I say? It's from Hobby Lobby. If I breathe out when I squish it, it doesn't seem to be as big of a problem. Well, I'm hoping that these will air out. I do know that if they have a smell, you can usually, the smells will mix, they'll dissipate, so maybe I'll just leave them out and that'll be fine. The other one I got was this little guy. These are quite large for the price. God knows what these are made out of. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. God, babies and children are dangerous. Like, God forbid they get a bag and they suffocate you with it. Not use this bag in cribs, playpens. Seriously, who is putting plastic bags in cribs and playpens? Like, what? Maybe they're like handing it to the child with the thing. I don't know. Plastic bag could block nose or mouth and prevent breathing. This bag is not a toy. Thank you. It just makes me sad that the reason those are on there is someone had to be that dumb. This is like a marshmallow. Well, this one smells delightful. It smells either like neutral or like a marshmallow. Oh, like popcorn? Oh. So for me, this is really a part of my... Look at his little butt. Whee! This is a part of my self-love practice is... Oh, there's a divot in its face. Why is there a divot in its face? Do you see that? What is that? Someone like did someone stab you? A part of my self-love practice is getting quiet with myself and being present with my healing. And so I do, and also like the inner child work. And so I see this as inner child work. And, you know, different things work for different people. Some days I need to sage. Some days it needs to be breathing. Some days I need to squish the head of a very cute bear. But yeah, this is actually really stinking cute. I love this. Like, look at that. So cute. And this one, hopefully I can just air out. That's gonna do nothing. Oh, it's already starting to dissipate. It's already starting to dissipate, so that's fine. But that's so cute. So we got those. Yeah, I'm loving these, and the slime works really well too. If you guys want me to do a video on like stuff that I've done to like assist with my to deal with the anxiety I experience, yeah, I can make a video on it. I'm still trying to figure out what really works best. It's a journey. It's a journey as I heal and integrate and all that good stuff. So anyway, this is fun. I did also want to mention, I'm wearing a lot of Jeffree Star merch right now. The reason for that is I have started a second channel called The Taurus Babe, and I unboxed a bunch of Jeffree Star merch over there. This is a second channel that I decided to create. It's about living sustainably, living in your excitement and your joys and your desires, and kind of, you know, this channel is about the spiritual journey, and that's about the physical journey, but then, you know, connecting the two and understanding that we chose to be human in this life and enjoying that experience. So it's going to be about veganism, sustainability, traveling, all that good stuff. So definitely go check that out. If you want to check that out, the links to that are in the description down below, or if you go to my featured channels on my channel, it's the first one. And I only have 2 videos over there, so stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. I've got a bunch of cool things on the way for that. I think I'm going to do like an official announcement video at some point, maybe, or maybe this is it. I don't know. Yeah, so go check it out. Let me know what you think. It is going to be different from this channel. It's the things that excite me just because. Like, I don't need to have a reason. It's just the things that make me happy, and doing that with a in a conscious and mindful way. And that's what's important to me. You know, the Jeffree Star cosmetic stuff is vegan. It's good quality. It's made in the US. So it's, you know, he treats his employees really well. You know, those are the things that really matter to me. And so if I'm going to be buying products that excite me and make me happy and are just like the things that, you know, are in my passion wheelhouse, is that the correct term for that? Anyway, if I'm going to be doing that, I want to be doing it consciously. And that's really important to me. So if that interests you too, and you love a good Taurus vibe, go check that out, and comment down below what would you like to see on that channel, what excites you. If you have any suggestions, do it lovingly. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you, and definitely subscribe and to both of my channels. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, definitely comment down below or give it a like or both, and hit subscribe if you want to see videos like this in the future. And if you want to check out my other social media, the links to that are in the description down below, along with my Etsy shop where you can get personal readings from moi and other cool magical spiritual tools. And I'm very excited to announce I'm going to have some new products going on the shop soon. So if you've been to the shop, definitely go check it out. I may have them up by the time you watch this. Who knows? But if not, they will be there. So definitely, if you have an Etsy account, favorite it so that you will see when they are announced. All right. Love you guys so, so much. You are beautiful. You are divine. And definitely comment down below which of these items that I unboxed resonated with you the most. Do you have an altar? Are you trying to set up an altar for the first time? Let me know, or a spirit room, or whatever's going on for you. I'd love to hear from you. Many blessings, you guys. Namaste. And don't forget, it is all about the soul journey. Bye.